EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they will not get a chance to... as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Here's Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Lawrence on 3rd down. This is caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from a special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Lawrence will try again after the pick-6. He'll get that underneath ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down, a run with ETN. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now Lawrence to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, first and 10.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field.
Now Lawrence on first down.
That is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Open man downfield is Duvernay.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that goes for the gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The Ravens at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Tucker's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So we'll see.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Lawrence. Buying time to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Lawrence will throw. They'll roll him out right. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They go play action now. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Jackson. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Jackson on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On third down, Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and the lead will hold at 10.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On play action, Lawrence. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we?
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Jaguars are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. On third down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Play action. It's Jackson. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A give to Williams, running right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to be met at about the 43. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They run. It's Williams. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. This one is caught. It's Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson escaping the pressure right. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
That drive, they really increased their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how.
And my goodness, another interception. They find some open field here. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That second down play nets a -4.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
He completes it to Ridley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 13 yards out.
And the Jags get a bit closer. It seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they won.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you have to imagine imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to...